Yo, what is going on, guys? Jeff SiegeStyle back on YouTube after another long hiatus. It has been about a year since the last video I posted on this channel about the Excelsior project. I have been hard at work on it over the last year. I never quit, never stopped. You'll know that if you've been following me on Instagram. I've been posting updates periodically over the last year about getting this body kit done and dialed in to where you see it right now. But if you've only been following me on YouTube, this is going to be a massive update. The last video I had up on the channel about the build was when I was just getting my 3D prints sorted out for the driver's side of the body kit. Now, as you can see, we have a full completed car. We've got full interior, we've got paint, everything is dialed in, and we just made it back from the SEMA show in 2025. So a lot to go over in this video. I will try not to be too long-winded, but I'm going to show you guys where we're at with the Excelsior Z33 and what our future plans are. Let's get right into it. All right, so of course, first thing, let's go ahead and take a nice walk around the entire car so you guys can see what the completed Excelsior Z33 is looking like. Again, this is going to be quite a massive update if you guys have only been following me on YouTube compared to where the car was in the last video. Of course, it was in primer for many years, and so you really couldn't get the full scope of what this body kit was supposed to look like on the entire car until now. So we now have full paint on the car. We went with Aston Martin Sterling Green. It's kind of a blend between a silver and a beautiful muted green color. We have the two-tone gloss black base along the entire base of the car, from the front lip along the side skirt and the spat canard setup in the back. I think that looks amazing and plays beautifully with the bronze coloring in the wheels, the gold brake calipers, and all the carbon fiber that's on the car, of which there is a whole lot more now than there was previously. So let's talk about some of the things that have changed since the last time you guys saw it here on YouTube. Starting in the back here with the GT wing. This is still a wing by Race Factory. If you've been following me a long time, you'll know how much of a fan I am of the Race Factory GT wing and how well it complements the Excelsior kit. But we've now upgraded to his version 2 GT wing, which is full carbon fiber. As you can see there, it is 1800 millimeters, so 50 millimeters wider than the previous version 1. It also has a much more aggressive appearance. If you look closely, you can see the strakes that are built right into the bottom of the wing there, which adds just a nice, sweet touch of extra aggressiveness that complements the Excelsior kit beautifully. So we have upgraded to the new version 2 Race Factory wing. Looks amazing. I've actually got a little bit of a custom setup on it as well. It is typically supposed to be mounted all the way forward on the wing stands here, but you can see I've mounted it back and raked it just a little bit more downward for more of an aggressive position. Then I've added 2 support braces as well to eliminate any horizontal sway back and forth, just to alleviate any possibility of any cracking or anything in the fiberglass. Very delicate fiberglass work in here in the wing to make the wing stands fit perfectly with the duckbill wing. So those extra support braces are working beautifully for that purpose. And down here in the bumper, you can see I have upgraded the turn signal indicator lights to the more modern looking chasing LED style with the red and the white coloring to match the JDM Koki clear tail lights. I think that looks amazing. It was always the plan to go with those, and it looks just as awesome as I thought it did. Up here on the louvers, we're still running Zakustec louvers, although we have upgraded to the full carbon fiber version of those. Can't go wrong with those. We have done a little bit of a modification to the top slat here to fit our brand new, newly designed roof wing. This is not the same roof wing that you guys have seen previously. I actually scrapped that design and designed a brand new roof wing that slants back just a little bit more. It's not quite as aggressive right in through here in the sides, but I added these 2 body lines right here and here to add some continuation in through the roof all the way back and then into the ducktail wing as well. Down here on the side skirt, you can see here we have a much more tame winglet on the side than what you guys have seen previously. And if you go back and watch some of the other videos, you'll see the other wing design that I had for the side. I just decided it was a little bit too much. It was sticking out a little bit too much when I was looking at it from different angles. And so I decided to dial that side winglet down quite a bit here. You can still see the previous mounting area for the other previous designed winglets, which I still have. I didn't destroy them or anything like that. I still have them. So if I wanted to run that other design, I could. But I think this more mild, tame looking winglet style is a little bit better overall, because as you step back from this angle right here, you can see it still allows full visibility of the rear wheel. It actually makes the rear wheel look a little wider than the other winglet did because it stuck out a little bit more. So we went with a little tamer winglet there, and I think it looks beautiful. For the doors, we now have the full carbon fiber versions by Hyperhive installed. We also have the carbon fiber door handle, carbon fiber B-pillar cover, carbon fiber Ganador style mirrors, which are perfect with these front fenders of the Excelsior kit. As you can see, especially that little wing right there, flips up amazingly into the design of the Ganador mirror, which I absolutely love. It's one of my favorite little design details of the kit, is that fender to mirror flow. Moving to the front of the car, it is mostly unchanged with the exception of a fairly major adjustment I made to the hood, the vents here. You can see previously we had 3 square style vents, so they all came out and were blocked kind of like that. I went ahead and decided to fill in this corner section of the front vents on both sides, so it created a much more sharper, angular, and original looking vent design. It also created that nice continuation from the center vent all the way through the hood and matches that headlight line right there also. Very, very nice on both sides. So a far superior design for our vents, and also just adds an additional level of originality to the Excelsior hood design. As we're right here at the front of the car, peeking into the mouth there, you can see a sizable intercooler in there. I'm not going to go into too much detail about what has changed performance-wise with the car, although that is a huge giveaway that the car is now fully boosted. We have a full single top mount turbo kit by SOHO Motorsports, and we will be going over that in another video highlighting all of the performance aspects, the performance things that have changed on the car since you guys have seen it here last. But needless to say, we have updated the car in every aspect, not just looks, but the performance of the car has increased dramatically as well. Before we move on from the front end of the car, I want to highlight the headlights, which have been updated as well. As we zoom in here, we can see all of the internals have been overlaid with carbon fiber. This was done by my good friend Carla with Composite Creations. She absolutely killed it. We took the headlights completely apart. I shipped all the internals over to her, and she went through the painstaking task of overlaying all of those little interior pieces in carbon, which is extremely difficult if you know anything about doing carbon overlay work. Very, very meticulous work, and she absolutely killed it. One of my favorite details is that she added right here the PZX-Z33 Excelsior stenciling in actual flaked gold in these headlights on both sides. So talk about personalization in there. There is no other Z on the planet with that specific stenciling in the headlights, and I couldn't be more happy. So that is a very brief overview of the most obvious things that have changed with the car exterior-wise since the last time it was on YouTube. I am going to make separate videos again for all of the performance stuff that has changed, as well as a video for all of the new interior, which was completely redone, reupholstered. But for the sake of this video, I really wanted to highlight the exterior of the car because I know the majority of you guys were waiting to see this car painted. And so here you go. I hope you guys love the choice of color that we did on it. This was always the color that I imagined in my mind, or at least in the family of colors that I imagined as I was designing this kit. And as beautiful as it looks here on the video, it looks even more amazing in person. So I hope a lot of you guys are able to see the car in person at some point or other. I have a lot of plans to be taking this car to a lot of events, especially on the West Coast over here, if you guys are able to get over this way to some of the bigger shows here. Fortunately, I was able to take the car to the SEMA show this year in 2025, as I had mentioned at the beginning of the video. So I was able to get a lot of reaction from a lot of you guys, and I'm so blessed that the reception was so positive for the car. It just blessed me a lot because I know that there's been a lot of time investment in this car, of course for myself, but also for a lot of you guys who have been watching this build. Some of you for up to 6 years when I started this Excelsior project back in 2019. It has been a labor of love for sure, but I can honestly say that I think it turned out really, really nice. So I hope you guys are loving what the Excelsior Z is looking like at this point in time. I sure do. I think it looks incredible. Definitely worth all of the hours. Couldn't even begin to tell you how many hours I've put into this car, both on camera and off. Just truly a big chunk of my life at this point, but I don't regret it at all. I think the car looks amazing. And those of you at SEMA who gave me a positive reception definitely confirmed that for me. So thank you so much. As far as plans for the body kit moving forward, there's a lot of demand for it. Obviously, a lot of people want this kit for their Zs. Understandably so. It's a very unique looking body kit. I think it totally transforms the Z33 into one of the most aggressive looking cars out there. And we're going full steam ahead with production plans for this body kit. But it's going to take some time. This is obviously a very extensive body kit for this car. It is 30 pieces, and all of those pieces need to be put through the proper channels of molding, put into production. We need to still figure out all the logistics of it, from, you know, what's going to be our price point. Are we going to sell things separately? Are we just going to do, you know, certain markets? We're not sure on all of that yet. Fortunately, when I was at the SEMA show, I was able to shake a lot of hands, get a lot of business cards, people who are more knowledgeable in that area. So I definitely have some great leads as to what avenues I'm going to go down to get this kit put into production, but I'd like to have that done in 2026. I would like to have it, if not pulling kits in 2026, I'd like to have production well underway within 2026. So I want to get this out to you guys as quickly as possible, even for just the little stuff. I know a lot of people are interested in like the headlight eyelids or even like the quarter window garnish. You know, little stuff like that are some of the first things that I'd like to have up and available for sale for you guys ASAP. And so the plans are in motion for that to happen. But again, it takes a lot of time and it is extremely expensive. So I sincerely appreciate your patience, all of you who are waiting to get this kit for yourselves. So I want to thank you guys for sticking with me, all of you guys who have been with me for the long haul on this, especially you guys, but you know, everybody who has come alongside me during the process of building this car, whether it was during the build of the version 1 of it to all the way through the Excelsior build. I know we had a large gap, or actually several gaps in the YouTube content during the build time, and I'm sorry about that, but I appreciate all of you guys who have been sticking with me at the SEMA show. I had so many of you guys come up to me and say, you've been following me on YouTube, or you used to watch my old YouTube videos or whatever, and you have no idea how much that means to me. It is just absolutely incredible for me to hear that, and it's what keeps me going, truly. It's what keeps me going, and it's a big part of the reason why I knew I had to return to YouTube, to the place where Project Xylus began in the first place. And so I have a full motivation, full plans to return to YouTube here in a big way, especially now that we have a completed car. There are some things that we're still going to be doing to the car. It is, if I were to put a number on it, I'm going to say about 90% complete. Even though it does look fully complete, there's still a few things we have to do with it. It's not perfect right where I want it to be just yet. There's a couple of things we need to iron out, especially after taking it to Vegas for SEMA and coming back. There's always going to be little things that happen along the way. Nothing too crazy, but there are some things that need to be ironed out. And I'm going to turn all of that into content here for the YouTube channel. So I really want to get this SiegeStyle channel back into action, get it healthy again, and just push forward with more content for you guys. As for what's next, like I said, we're going to be doing complete videos for all of the interior stuff that has changed on the car. The interior is looking absolutely amazing. And then we're of course going to go over all the performance stuff, which has changed quite dramatically as well. So stay tuned to those videos coming up very, very soon. And then we'll move on from there with a few things that are wrong with the car that I'm going to be addressing very soon, or hopefully so. So I appreciate you guys being with me for the revival. I'm going to call it the revival of the SiegeStyle channel. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. If you're not following me on Instagram, definitely go follow me on there. You're going to get a lot more frequent updates on the car about little things here and there and different new shots and rollers and all that kind of stuff. So you'll see that a lot quicker than you will on YouTube. But follow me on YouTube and on Instagram and you'll be completely covered. Appreciate you guys. SiegeStyle out.